You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Right now it's 7. What we're learning about this weekend's officer-involved shooting in McDonald County.
Also, a grass fire southwest of Joplin is contained after burning 2 acres, but hotspots remain.
And we've got some clouds out there, some clearing, some clouds again this morning, more clearing later, and warming back up. Look at your forecast coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Samantha Walker.
And I'm Chris Warner, just after 7 a.m. now on this Tuesday, November the 18th. Happy Tuesday to everybody. We got a week and 2 days before Thanksgiving. So hopefully you all are ready. Hopefully you're ready for everything because, man, the holidays starting with Halloween, it seems.
Yes.
They just pile on. They are back to back, and then you just can't catch up. Like, as soon as you catch your breath from one, you got to be getting ready for the next one.
Definitely. But, you know, there's somebody who has us beat by quite a bit on like the holiday preparation.
Certainly so.
You know, while most children are thinking about what they want for Christmas, especially by this point, one 4-state preteen has spent the entire year focused on what she can give.
KOAM's Kenny Foreman introduces us to Riley, a girl determined to make a difference alongside the KOAM Toy Box campaign.
It's important to give back, just so like everybody has a fun Christmas and it's just like a nice Christmas. And it's helping lots of kids that don't have toys.
Meet 11-year-old Riley Carson of Columbus. While Christmas may only come once a year, she's been hard at work over the course of the entire year in an effort to put as many smiles on kids' faces as possible.
She's a bargain hunter, so she likes to find, she'll find a good sale or see something, and she's like, oh, the kids will love this. And so we get it and we put it back and we add it to the stuff that we can bring in later.
Riley's grandfather works at Neptune Auto Care, one of several toy box partners where folks can drop off toys. Feeling inspired, Riley developed the desire to fill the box, which is a reflection of her continuous generosity, according to her mother.
It all originally started like when she was younger. We always adopted like the angel trees and stuff like that. Well, then she found out about the toy boxes, so she always liked to donate to those, and her goal was to always get those filled up and be able to make sure everyone got something for Christmas.
Riley is on track to donate about 300 toys this holiday season. Why so many? She wants to make sure that there is something for everyone, regardless of age or interests.
I thought like the tractors and stuff would be like fun for little boys, like the play sets and stuff would be fun for everybody, and like the dolls would be fun for little girls and everything else.
Kenny Foreman, KOAM News.
If you'd like to join Riley in her donation efforts, you can scan this QR code to see where to donate toys. You can also visit KOAMnewsnow.com/toybox to learn more about the KOAM Toy Box campaign.
Certainly. Of course, our Toy Box campaign's been going on about 30 some odd years now, and it's great to see even the younger kids, still getting involved in this and caring about those that are around them. Because, I mean, you're right. A lot of kids, they've already got their list ready to go. Her list is ready to go on what people need, what other kids need. Very cool.
And months of work, it sounds like, go
Absolutely, absolutely. And I know it hasn't really felt like the holidays except for, again, about excuse me. Let's try that again. A week ago when it got really cold. I did not like that. It was the one part of my time off that was unenjoyable when it got really cold. Not really cold today, even though a cold front is pushing through. Let's start with that live look from downtown Pittsburgh. You see, it's somewhat clear. More clouds on the way briefly, and then we'll clear out again later today, and it's not going to be too bad. It's going to be breezy. It's going to be warm. Our camera 7th in range line. If you're with us on KOAM, and even if you weren't, and you might see it again, I don't know what it is. I'll let them know, but there's something that's blowing in the wind that's dangling off this tower. So don't worry. It's not a giant creature. I just don't know what it is. Otherwise, it looks pretty good out there. And of course, the MoDOT camera 32nd in range line, eerily empty at 7 o'clock this morning, but it will eventually fill back up. Now, if you look, you see the traffic light bobbing in the wind. We have gusty southwest winds ahead of this cold front, and behind it we'll have gusty northwest winds, and we also have some patchy dense fog. Iola just under 3 miles, same in Yates Center, just over a mile visibility in Chanute, Fredonia at 3.5, just over a mile in Independence, and reduced visibilities as well. Parsons, somewhat in Veneta, Newata, and Sedan. So again, if you're traveling, just remember, low beams, not your high beams, fog lights if you've got them, and just slow down, be cautious out there. You can see where that cold front front is. Now, it's not plummeting our temperatures, obviously, but there is a big difference. Behind it, we're in the mid to upper 50s. Ahead of it, we're in the mid to upper 60s. So some of you already starting your day cooler than the rest of us, but all of us will eventually begin to warm up as we head into the afternoon. By noon, that cold front now right along I-44. Skies clearing again through the morning and into the afternoon. Not a bad day for us, other than the gusty northwest winds. And by 8, we start to see clouds slowly but surely increasing again, heading into our evening and overnight hours. All right, so here we go. Upper 60s by 9. Some of you are a little bit cooler. Eventually, we're into the low 70s for our highs, low 60s by 6, and those northwest winds gusting to 25. And to get ahead of the front, it's southwest winds gusting to 25, but eventually we'll all have those northwest winds. Now, clouds increase tonight into tomorrow. Thunderstorm chances return tomorrow night into Thursday. We'll go over those details with you here in just a few more minutes. Samantha?
Chris, thanks. The 1039 fire near Seligman is now fully contained after burning 1,200 acres. Seligman Fire Department and U.S. Forest Service crews controlled the blaze at Mark Twain National Forest. No structures were threatened, and about 30 firefighters remain on scene to monitor hotspots. Officials expect to have this fire fully out by this afternoon. Another fire southwest of Joplin was contained yesterday, but some hotspots remain. The slow-moving grass fire burned about 2 acres on South Adele. Joplin and Reddings Mill firefighters responded, and no structures were threatened. Officials are reminding the public to use caution with outdoor burning, especially in dry conditions. We're following up on the officer-involved shooting that sent 2 people to the hospital in McDonald County. The incident happened shortly after noon Sunday. Just south of Powell on Highway E, off-duty deputy Mike Hall found an abandoned stolen car on his property and identified himself. Authorities say the man he confronted pulled a gun, leading to an exchange of fire. Deputy Hall was shot in the leg and taken to the hospital. The other man was also hospitalized with multiple gunshot wounds and remains in critical condition. A McCune, Kansas man is sentenced yesterday for the shooting death of his grandson. John Fox pled guilty last month to voluntary manslaughter and criminal discharge of a firearm in this case. The charges were reduced from second-degree murder as part of a plea deal. The victim, 28-year-old Ian Fox, had been shot to death in August of 2023 while visiting relatives in McCune. A judge yesterday sentenced John Fox to a little more than 6 years in prison. A section of South Indiana Avenue near 32nd Street in Joplin is closed due to road instability from sewer project work. Drivers should follow the detour in place until further notice. To be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports, download the KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM News app. And those are our top news stories this half hour. Coming up, we have Jasmine Kyle from the Southeast Kansas Humane Society in the studio today with her furry friend. Well, welcome back. We're joined this morning with Jasmine Kyle, and we always love having you.
Oh, thank you.
I am so excited for the special guest you brought today, Juniper.
Yeah, isn't she cute, you guys? Oh my gosh. So yeah, this is little Miss Juniper. So she is almost about 3 months old. She is just the darling little thing. Like, if you think of a mellow, like sweet, lovey-dovey kitten, I mean, we've had her for the night just to get her ready, and she has just been up here giving kisses. She knew how to go to the litter box just fine. She did great with other cats. So if you're looking for a really good temperament-wise kitten that's ready to go, oh my goodness, can I not recommend her enough? So Juniper, she is about to be the weight to where she can be possibly spayed here in the next 1 to 2 weeks. So she'll be up for adoption here soon. So if you're looking to foster to adopt her, that could be a possibility, or start putting in your application and we can go ahead and get that started. Now, Juniper isn't the only kitten that we have on site. We have 5 others in a very large litter that were actually born at our Humane Society. trying to play with my wire. But there were 6 in total. We had a mama come in, very heavily pregnant, about to give birth in a few days, and she did fantastic with 6 kits. And now we have 1 in foster care right now. The other 5 we have out at the shelter. So there's Gemini, Echo. We kind of named them after tech names. They're really cutie patooties. They are tabby and ginger mixes, but they are also looking for loving homes. So if we're able to get those kids out, it means that they won't need to grow up into a kennel space, which means we can possibly start intaking some cats again. So
Yes. And you guys also currently have an adoption special as well going on right now, right?
yeah, until the end of November, we are doing our Fall in Love adoption campaign. So all of our kitty cats, they are $20, and then all of our dogs, they are $30, and they are completely up to date on vaccinations, microchipped, spayed and neutered, and then our dogs 6 months and over, we do heartworm testing. So, I mean, they are literally all ready to go. So,
Oh my gosh. And who couldn't help falling in love with a
I
little girl just like
know.
Jennifer? Oh my goodness.
She's just a little sweet angel, you guys. So if you guys have been looking to add in a special heart to your home, I cannot recommend her or any of our tenants enough. So
Amazing. So where can people go to learn more information about you guys, maybe see some of the animals available?
yeah, so we have our Facebook site. It's our main social hub, so you can always reach out to us on Facebook, see our upcoming events. Like we got a free Junior Humane Society program going on this Wednesday night for the kids. And then, of course, our website, the SCKHumaneSociety.com.
Well, perfect. Thank you so much, Jasmine.
Thank
and especially
you.
you, Juniper.
She's such a cutie
She is
patootie.
perfect for TV.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It is 7:15, almost 7:16 now on this Tuesday morning. We are starting with the fog trackers. We've got some fog across parts of southeast Kansas, stretching into northeastern Oklahoma. So Iola, Chanute, Yates Center, Fredonia, Sedan, Independence, and Chanute, by the way, the lowest visibility is out there, just over a mile. Parsons, Newata, and slightly reduced into Veneta. So if you are traveling this morning, do keep that in mind. Watch out for that potential for rapidly changing visibilities as well. And so low beams, not your high beams, fog lights if you've got them, and of course slow down. I know you may know the route that you take like the back of your hand, but when you can't see that route in front of you, that curve that you know is coming up may not be exactly where you think it is. So just do be careful out there. We have a cold front pushing through now. It's roughly here in our area. It will continue to push off to the southeast. By noon, it's along I-44. So behind it, we have gusty northwest winds at about 25. Ahead of it, we'll have gusty southwest winds at 25. Skies will clear out. We'll have clear skies by late morning into the afternoon, and it won't be until about 8 o'clock tonight that we'll start to see a gradual increase in clouds, eventually mostly cloudy by overnight tonight towards sunrise tomorrow. Now, something that hasn't changed since yesterday is the expectation for Wednesday. 90% of the day is dry. We will be mostly cloudy through the day, but we should be dry until about 10 o'clock tomorrow night when we start to see a new shower thunderstorm development. Initially, it looks to be somewhat isolated, but then those chances will increase as we go overnight and into our Thursday. Now, something else to talk about. Yesterday, we had no severe risk areas highlighted during the morning show, none at all. We just had thunderstorm chances. And then we got that severe thunderstorm warning near Stockton yesterday afternoon, and a level 1 out of 5 risk was added for parts of the area. Thursday, we have no severe risk areas highlighted right now, but there is that remote possibility we could get a strong or low-grade severe storm Thursday. I want to emphasize that. This isn't a severe weather outbreak. It wouldn't be anything major. It'd be somewhat like what we did see yesterday. It'd be an isolated storm or two that might get on the strong side. So we will watch that. Like I said, there's no risk areas highlighted now. If that changes, obviously we'll let you know. And if it does change, we're probably looking at, again, like a level 1 out of 5 risk. So we'll monitor that for you. But we'll have showers and thunderstorms to start that morning commute across the region on our Thursday. Now, initially, showers and storms look to be confined to the southern half of our area for the first good 2/3 of our Thursday. But as we go later into the afternoon and evening, new thunderstorm development takes place, and all of this activity starts pushing back to the north, because you saw it line initially go south. Then we get a warm front that lifts back north. That brings those storms back up with it. By Friday, we're just looking at some scattered showers, perhaps a rumble of thunder. Better actual thunderstorm chances are going to be Wednesday night into Thursday. For today, though, skies again will eventually begin to clear out. Mostly cloudy for some of us. Some of us get a little cooler to start the day. Most of us, though, are in the 60s right now. Will eventually be about 70 by 11 o'clock this morning. Highs across the region looking to reach the low to mid 70s. And again, all of us eventually getting behind that front with northwest winds gusting gusting to 25. Clear initially this evening. That's why even though we have mostly cloudy skies tonight, the blanket effect doesn't work because we have clear skies through sunset. So any of that warm air that's out there begins to dissipate and veer off, and then it's gone. And so that's why it gets cooler tonight, because there's no warm air to trap in before the clouds get here. We're back into the upper 40s, low 50s with calm winds. Again, tomorrow, most of the day dry. Thunderstorm chances increasing after 10. We'll go low 70s, mid 60s on our Thursday. A few showers for our Friday, upper 50s. Weekend looks good. Got some shower chances next week, and at least as of right now, Thanksgiving looking pretty good. Partly cloudy, mid 60s. That's a check of your forecast. We're back with more right after this.
Welcome back. I'm joined here with Charlene Patton from the Kansas Soybean Commission and Roger, a local soybean farmer, and you have some delicious and also kind of Thanksgiving recipe for us this week.
We do. We've been honoring our soybean farmers all month long for November, and this is a perfect recipe that combines healthy soy ingredients to give us a dessert for the holidays for Thanksgiving. It's a pumpkin spice cupcake. So if you're looking for a dessert that's going to serve a lot of people, this makes 24 cupcakes.
Oh, wow. This will be great.
And we start out with a pumpkin. This is 1 can of pumpkin. And you're going to add our granulated sugar to that. Great. And then we have some brown sugar. So that gives it a little extra flavor here that I really like the addition of that. And then, Roger, you've got some soy ingredients. Yes.
Yes, we have the soybean oil, which is, very healthy for you. And when this month's, recipes go out, the Soy Commission will send out this flyer, which has a lot of the good values of soy. One of them I seen on here that was really interesting was they may reduce inflammation, which is good, really good for you.
Great, thank you. And then another soy ingredient that we're going to add to this is our eggs.
Our eggs.
That's right.
Which the protein helps feed the chickens, which makes these eggs.
It already is smelling so good. I love the pumpkin smell.
We had 4 eggs there and just kind of beat those a little bit ahead of time. Now we're going to add the vanilla. Let's get that in there.
Here's that.
And then we have our soy flour blend again. We talked about that. Great. We have that recipe on our website, but it's 7 cups of all-purpose flour to 1 cup of soy flour.
Amazing.
Blend that and put that in your canister. Use it for everything. Now, add the spices there. We have 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of baking soda, and then just a little bit of salt. So a lot of flavor there. And I kind of like using that pumpkin pie spice because it blends all the flavors of ginger, nutmeg, cloves, and you don't have to have so many spices. So we're just going to stir that till it's blended. It's almost blended. Then I have a dipper here. I love using those. Line your muffin tin with the paper liners for your cupcakes. And then use this because this makes it easy to portion out. Actually, you can fill this and it will make 24 cupcakes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Bake them at 350 degrees and then use a wooden pick to make sure that they're actually done. Takes about 20 to 25 minutes. And then we have a little vanilla glaze that we put, frosting glaze that we put on the top of it that's made with powdered sugar, vanilla, a little bit of margarine, which margarine is another soy ingredient, and then a little bit of soy milk, vanilla soy milk. And you have a wonderful dessert for the holidays.
Amazing. Well, this sounds like a perfect fall treat. Where can people get this recipe?
Go to kansassoybeans.org, or you can call our 800 number, 877-KS Soybean. We'll mail you all the recipes for November, plus the bonus of the oil or the seed oil sheet that gives you a wonderful resource.
Well, sounds great. Thank you so much, Charlene and Roger, for joining us. We'll be right back.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. It's currently 7:28. I'm Samantha Walker. As the Supreme Court weighs whether to uphold the Trump administration's tariffs, the president is teasing rebate checks from collected revenue, though it will have to pass several hurdles before it could happen. Fox News correspondent Mark Meredith has more.
The White House wants to reassure Americans the U.S. economy is top of mind as the Trump administration considers multiple ways to boost the U.S. consumer. President Trump says one idea still under review, sending out $2,000 rebate checks to lower and middle income Americans. But it's an idea officials say is still a work in progress.
We will see. We need legislation for that. That would be for working families. Will have an income limit. Those could go out.
Some lawmakers are skeptical of the idea.
How do we make sure that life is more affordable in general? That's an expensive way of doing that versus making sure that we've got a reasonable taxation level that allows people to go and small businesses to go and be successful.
The White House says the payments may come in several forms, including additional tax cuts, but don't expect a check anytime soon. The president says it won't happen until next year at the earliest.
We have a lot of money from tariffs. If we didn't have tariffs, this nation would be in serious trouble.
And the money sitting in government coffers may not be there long. The Supreme Court is deciding whether the president has the authority to issue sweeping tariffs without congressional approval.
The Trump tariffs are causing costs on everyday Americans to increase by thousands of dollars per year. This is an affirmative effort to make life more expensive for the American people.
If the court rules against the White House, the government may be forced to return billions of dollars in collected revenue. In Washington, Mark Meredith, Fox News.
The Trump administration's latest round of sweeping immigration raids are moving through Charlotte, North Carolina. Federal agents arrested dozens during Operation Charlotte's Web at job sites and parking lots in Charlotte over the weekend. The raid sparked protests in a city known for welcoming immigrants. Charlotte is the fifth U.S. city target. DHS says New Orleans is next. Ahead of tomorrow's critical vote in Congress, President Trump now says Republicans should release all of the Jeffrey Epstein files. It's a reversal to what the president has been saying for months now. Fox News correspondent Rebecca Castor has the latest from Washington.
After months of pressure, House lawmakers will take a vote Tuesday that could ultimately force the Department of Justice to release everything it has on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
I will be voting for it, but to be clear, I think that the American people understand that right now, everything that the Democrats have tried to say that, Trump was somehow implicated is completely false.
President Trump maintains he knew nothing about Jeffrey Epstein's crimes, despite the two of them being friends for a time. During his campaign, Trump supported releasing the Epstein files, but then flipped, calling the investigations a Democrat hoax and slamming Republicans pushing for their release. But tired of Epstein dominating the news, he's flipped again and wants Republicans to vote to release.
And I hate to see that deflect from the great job we've done. We have nothing to do with Epstein, the Democrats do.
This is clearly a jujitsu move by the president in his continued cover-up of these files. He is already under a legal obligation to produce these files to Congress and has not complied with the subpoena.
With the DOJ re-examining the Epstein case, the president also wants prosecutors to take a closer look at Democrats who spent time with Epstein.
We're going to continue to find out if there's anybody responsible, anybody that hasn't been held accountable. And if they're out there, we'll find them.
Even if the House votes to release the files, it's unclear if the Senate will do the same. And ultimately, President Trump still has veto power. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
Now here's Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
Again, we've got those clouds coming back. As I mentioned, we'd have some mostly cloudy skies this morning, but then they'll clear again heading into the afternoon hours. It's a live look downtown Pittsburgh. Our camera 7th and range lights, that's what I was talking about ahead of it. Clear skies briefly, but you can see the clouds on the horizon. You also see them moving out there. So ahead of this cold front, which I'll show you in a moment, we've got those gusty southwest winds pushing these clouds through. And MoDOT camera 32nd in range line. Joplin looks pretty good. Roads are still a bit damp from the storms early this morning. We're talking they were midnight, 1 a.m., but we'll dry out here. We also have some dense fog. Take a look. Chanute and Independence now below a mile visibility. Iola, Yates Center, Fredonia, Parsons, Newata, Sedan, all with reduced visibilities. And also remember that this fog map relies on point data. If there's an area that doesn't have a reporting station, for example, or there's a gap in reporting or a station is down, it's not going to reflect it 100%. It relies on this data and then fills in the shades according to the data. So you need to watch out for the potential for rapidly changing visibilities. And remember, low beams, not your high beams, fog lights if you've got them, and just slow down. Here's that front. You can see it across parts of southeast Kansas. Behind it, mid-upper 50s. Ahead of it, mid-upper 60s. So again, that's why some of you are going to start your day a little cooler. Some of you obviously starting warmer. These folks here won't really do a lot of warming, but those behind the front will eventually match those ahead of it for highs today. By noon, that front right along I-44, skies are clearing out. We got clear skies most of the afternoon into the early evening hours, and about 8 o'clock or so, clouds will gradually start to increase again as we head into the overnight hours tonight. We're looking at upper 60s about 9 a.m. We're going to go into the low 70s today. Ahead of the front, again, southwest winds gusting to 25. Once we all get behind it, we'll all have those northwest winds still gusting to 25, back down to the low 60s by 6. Winds ease up overnight tonight. Clouds increase tomorrow. Thunderstorm chances increase tomorrow night. Details on all of that in just a few more minutes. Samantha?
Thanks, Chris. Compass Academy Network awards the Neosho School District $5,000 for excellence in student development. The organization presented the partner grant yesterday, recognizing the district's dedication to student growth. 28 Neosho students took part in the free 4-week program this past summer. 20 students graduated with perfect attendance and earned Walmart gift cards for school supplies. The grant supports middle school initiatives.
We'd like to be here for years to come and be here each summer with Neosho Public Schools and look to expand the size of our cohort here so that we serve more and more students.
Definitely. It is a very fun program, and it helps people with like confidence and like getting ready for school. It's just a very good program.
Compass Academy Network operates summer programs focusing on decision-making, mathematical reasoning, creative writing, and communication skills across rural sites in Missouri, Kansas, and Oklahoma. Joplin YMCA is opening a public campaign to raise the $2.5 million needed for the facility facelift. The children's section will be moved from the back of the building to the front, and they will have their own bathrooms to use. New equipment in the weight room and the west side of the weight room will be full windows to overlook the Tin Cup Trail.
And we've raised a significant amount of money towards the campaign. So we've hit beyond that 70 to 80% right now. And so we've opened it up as a public campaign and hoping that the community comes together to support us so that we can finish what we need.
The construction phase is set to start in January and will last about 7 months. Joplin's Memorial Hall is one step closer to a full restoration. The City Council voted to move forward with a memorandum of understanding with the community group Friends of Memorial Hall, allowing the group to continue developing its plan to restore the 100-year-old landmark. KLAM's Blake Goley has the latest on what this could mean moving forward.
I'm standing outside this 100-year-old venue with deep roots within the Joplin community. And the Friends of Memorial Hall want that legacy to continue, and they're asking the Joplin City Council to back their plan to restore it. Inside the council chambers, the Friends of Memorial Hall laid out a detailed roadmap showing how they believe the building can be saved through a public-private partnership that taps into tax credits and community fundraising.
It's a community asset. It's a community icon. It's one of the things that it's been here, and why tear it down when we can make a new use for it?
Council members questioned the cost and the workload, but supporters rose to the occasion, addressing each concern. They also reminded the council of the building's long-standing ties to the Joplin veteran community.
It was those veterans that wanted to develop a memorial here in Joplin to honor their friends and fellow soldiers that died in the war. And they're actually the ones that raised the money to build Memorial Hall originally. And so it's kind of been our home for about the last 100 years, and we'd love to see it restored and get back to where we can get back into the building.
After answering questions from the council, they voted to move forward with the proposal. Reporting in Joplin, Blake Gully, KOAM News.
Well, coming up, airports nationwide resume normal operations after 10 days of reduced flight schedules. In Consumer Watch, travelers get relief as the FAA lifts all flight restrictions from the government shutdown. Normal operations resumed at airports nationwide after 10 days of reduced schedules. The FAA kept cuts in place for several extra days to allow airports time to bring their staffing back. The timing helps travelers preparing for Thanksgiving week. However, another potential shutdown looms when the temporary funding expires January 30th. And the Consumer Product Safety Commission announced the recall of certain Trek and Electra branded bicycles with coaster brakes and replacement rear wheels with those brakes. The agency says they can fail to engage, resulting in the rider losing control, posing a crash hazard. To date, no injuries have been reported. The busy holiday shopping season is already underway, and shoppers are leaning into AI in a big way this year. Fox's Eben Brown has more in this edition of our Fox on Tech series.
It seems to start earlier every year. The busy holiday shopping season is kicking off, and we're already seeing a big shift in retail behavior thanks to artificial intelligence. The professional services company Accenture says its annual survey shows 8 in 10 consumers plan to use AI tools for holiday shopping, and retailers are taking note.
It's able to draw across, the huge range of information out there and explain things to shoppers in very simple and understandable terms. And I think that human nature of AI as a tool is the thing that's driving that huge step up in usage.
But with all that new technology comes new frustration. Shopper stress is intensifying this year, with some 85% of customers saying they're feeling overwhelmed with too many choices. But experts say the new AI tools can actually help streamline those options.
It's helping them with resolving this question around having overwhelming decisions, raising their level of confidence they're actually choosing the right things.
And of course, what happens online is having a big impact on brick and mortar stores. A growing number of frontline workers are reporting burnout and fatigue, mostly because of angry or impatient customers. And with more consumers doing their shopping online, retailers are concerned about worker retention.
Bear a thought for frontline retail workers this year.
Overall, shoppers aren't planning on slowing down this holiday season. Almost 9 out of 10 of them plan to spend at least what they spent last year on holiday shopping. In Miami, Eben Brown, Fox News.
And those are our top consumer stories. Let's take a look at the market prices before the opening bell.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, coming up on 7:46 on this Tuesday morning. We're going to start again with the fog tracker, where again we still have Chanute and Independence both below a mile of visibility, but you can see where this is filling in some of those gaps for us. We have some pretty dense fog out there. Reduced visibilities, Iola, Yates Center, Sedan, Fredonia, Parsons, Nowata. So this does stretch into parts of northeastern Oklahoma. So if you're traveling this morning, you need to slow down. Low beams, not your high beams. Fog lights if you've got them, and of course just watch out for the rapidly changing visibilities, and of course be careful, slow down as I mentioned, give yourself time to get wherever you're going this morning with that fog. Now once that fog and the clouds all clear out, which they'll begin to do as we proceed through the morning, we're going to have gusty winds still, and we're still going to be mild today as well. Now ahead of this cold front, which right now is again right about here, we've got northwest winds behind it gusting to 25. Ahead of it we have southwest winds gusting to 25. By noon, that front right along I-44, not much to it. In fact, it clears out the clouds, does not cause our temperatures to be any colder by the afternoon. We've got some chilly starts up in our northwestern counties. Yates Center and Sedan, for example, been in the mid-50s, upper 50s this morning, while everyone ahead of this front's been into the upper 60s. So, that said, those of you ahead of the front, your temperatures aren't going to move a lot today. Those of you behind it, you will warm up a little. After that, around 8 o'clock or so, it's a gradual increase in clouds across the region. As we go overnight and towards sunrise tomorrow, we go mostly cloudy. Now tomorrow, 90% of the day still looks to remain dry. We won't really see good rain chances until about 10 o'clock. Tomorrow night. Now initially, it starts very isolated, but then showers and thunderstorms will begin to increase in coverage as we head overnight and into early Thursday morning. So right now as well, we do not have any severe risk areas highlighted. We didn't yesterday morning either. It wasn't until that storm by Stockton went severe yesterday afternoon that a level 1 out of 5 risk got added. So that could happen Thursday because some of the data is suggesting that a couple of the storms could become strong to low grade severe. So not significant, but nonetheless, something we'll keep an eye on for you. And if they do add a low-level strong storm risk out there, we will certainly let you know. But one way or the other, you need to be prepared for that morning commute on Thursday to be wet and stormy. Showers and storms first 2/3 of our Thursday look to be confined in the southern half of our area, but then the boundary begins to turn around, it retreats north, and showers and storms will follow with that as well, going late Thursday into Friday, lifting back north, and by Friday we're just dealing with some showers, maybe a couple of rumbles of thunder here and there. So Thursday, really Wednesday night into Thursday, and Thursday night look to be our best chances of actual thunderstorm activity. All right, clouds will clear out. They were clear briefly. They're coming back. They'll clear back out for us. Mid-60s by 8 for many of us, not all of us. Low 70s by 11 a.m. Our highs today, low to mid-70s. Those northwest winds gusting to 25, back into the upper 40s, low 50s tonight. Thunderstorms again late tomorrow night into Thursday. Low 70s tomorrow, mid-60s Thursday, upper 50s Friday. Our weekend looks good, drying out, and so far again, Thanksgiving looks all right, partly cloudy and mid-60s. Let's check your forecast. We're back with more right after this.
A new animated film set in imaginative dream landscape lands on Netflix this week.
Speaking of imaginative dreams going on behind us, I spoke with the cast about the family adventure of In Your Dreams, first seeing their animated selves analyzing dreams and what they mean.
Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin.
The Sandman can make your dreams come true.
Netflix's animated adventure In Your Dreams follows siblings on a journey to ask the Sandman to keep their family together when one of their parents looks to move away.
Sandman, where are you?
The cast spoke about seeing their animated selves for the first time.
It felt very grounded in a way that I wasn't expecting, but I thought really fit the tone of the story.
One of the first scenes I saw animated was the flying bed scene. And that really helped me get like an idea for Elliot's personality, because in that scene he's like very high energy, happy, like he's just crazy character, and it was fun to play.
Craig, I feel like Baloney Tony is going to be a global superstar. How do you and he feel about that?
Your mouth to God's ears, right? I love playing them. I don't know, what the future holds, but it was just fun to collaborate and come up with some of those jokes, and then the relationship that he has with Stevie and Elliot is just the best.
Get behind me. In the movie, they say dreams are your mind's way of trying to fix your problems. Do you think that's the case? Do you think we can learn from our dreams?
I think sometimes. I think to a degree you can analyze your dreams, but I don't think there's an exact science to the extent of like, oh, my dream took place in the library, and therefore, when dreams take place in the library, it's because, I'm trying to analyze something. But I think that when you go to sleep, your mind kind of like replays events that happened throughout the day. It plays on things that maybe have been on your mind, whether consciously or subconsciously. So I do think that there's something to dreams. I just don't think it's as, I guess, like fortune teller as maybe some people do.
It's magic!
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
I was just saying, he said that he doesn't think it's fortune telling. Now, hopefully that's the case, because you can have some very interesting dreams that don't make sense at all.
Since I switched to mornings, my sleep schedule's changed so much, I don't have any dreams that I can remember at all.
It gets tough. It gets tough for sure. And so, if your dreams are fortune telling, go tell somebody about that. That might be interesting. Maybe you have a fortune telling dream about winning the lottery, or maybe you had one about the warm weather, because it's going to be warm again today. We do have some patchy dense fog in parts of southeast Kansas and northeastern Oklahoma. As Chanute Independence just below a mile out there. Cold front pushing through. Skies will eventually clear. Gusty northwest winds today. We're going to go into the low 70s. Well, another full look at your forecast and wake up recap right after this.
This is your Wake Up Recap for November 18th. Your top stories to start your day. A fire southwest of Joplin was contained yesterday, but some hot spots remain. A slow-moving grass fire burned about 2 acres on South Adele. Joplin and Reddings Mill firefighters responded, and no structures were threatened. Officials are reminding the public to use caution with outdoor burning, especially in dry conditions. A McCune, Kansas man is sentenced yesterday for the shooting death of his grandson. John Fox pled guilty last month to voluntary manslaughter and criminal discharge of a firearm in the case. The charges were reduced from second-degree murder as part of a plea deal. The victim, 28-year-old Ian Fox, had been shot to death in August of 2023 while visiting relatives in McCune. A judge yesterday sentenced John Fox to a little more than 6 years in prison. That's a check of today's Wake Up Recap.
And we've got some patchy fog out there, some clouds out there, all of that gradually clearing, and we'll go into the low 70s today. And we'll have northwest winds gusting upwards of 25 miles an hour. Into the evening, clear skies initially, then clouds will gradually slowly increase late evening and overnight back into the upper 40s, low 50s with calm winds. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, low 70s. We're dry 90% of the day. After 10, shower thunderstorm chances gradually increase. They'll continue into Thursday and Thursday night. A few scattered showers, perhaps a rumble of thunder on Friday. Our weekend looking pretty good, and at least at this point, we're still quite a ways out, but Thanksgiving doesn't look too bad right now. Partly cloudy skies and mid-60s.
Wonderful. Thank you, Chris.
And thank you all for joining us this morning. We'll be back with more news and weather today at noon.
Have a great rest of your morning.